Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got some books to help you get through the end of summer. Alright, so today I've got some books that should help you get through the end of that summer blues, you know, with school coming back, end of summer, fading into fall, all of those kinds of things. So, let's go ahead and just dive right in. The first book I'd like to recommend is going to be That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. This is a cozy urban fantasy about a girl named Cinnamon who is a farmer, and once every 15 years, certain people are chosen to go on this quest to fight demons, and Cinnamon wants absolutely nothing to do with that. So on the day that the chosen one is chosen, there's a big party, Cinnamon gets drunk, and on her way home, she happens to save a demon, and thus begins an entire adventure of helping this demon, maybe falling a little bit in love, and defeating an evil witch that kind of made everybody believe she was a god. It's hilarious and sweet and cozy and just like one of the best quest books that you could ever read. It's so much fun, and also it's a little bit spicy, especially at the end. It gets real spicy out of nowhere, so just be aware of that going in. But this is a really fun, sweet adventure, especially for people who don't really like those really thick fantasy books. This is one to go for. Next up I have Cheer Up, Love and Pom Poms. This is a really fun graphic novel following two girls, one who is plus size, one who's trans, as they try out for the cheer team and start making friends. And there's also a lot of like queer bigotry that kind of goes on in the background of this, and it is dealt with in a really great way, and just like everything about this is so much fun, and like it's a sports graphic novel that you didn't really know that you needed in your life. Next up I'm going to recommend the All for the Game series. This is following Neil Johnston, who's kind of on the run. He's on the run from the mafia as well as his murderous father, and there's a made-up sport in this called Exy, which is kind of the bastard sport, or the bastard love child of like ice hockey, field hockey, soccer, all jammed into one. It's a really crazy sport, and it's Neil's favorite thing in the entire world, and it's the one thing that he cannot deny himself while he's on the run, is playing this sport that he loves. So much, in fact, that he gets drafted onto the Palmetto State Exy team, and that's when things start going wrong for Neil. As soon as he's drafted onto this team, he basically says, fuck it, I'm probably done hiding. So he just starts, you know, causing problems for everybody, and yeah, it's a real fun ride. Just know that this one gets really, really intense. Please check all of the trigger warnings for this book before diving in, because there are a lot. Next up, I'd like to recommend Swamp Thing Twin Branches. This is a retcon retelling kind of the backstory for Swamp Thing, told through like a young adult lens. So this is following Alec and Walker Holland, as it's the last summer before college, and they're going to spend the summer with their aunt and uncle and their cousins in a very podunk little town, and Alec is very science focused, and he just wants to be left alone to do his experiments on his plants, and Alec is just wanting to be the life of the party, and something just kind of starts going wrong, and it all leads back to Walker's science experiments with his plants. This also does have diabetes representation in it, which is really fantastic, and it's just a really interesting origin story for a DC character that I didn't know a whole lot about, and it kind of makes me want to like dive into more of these Swamp Thing comics just to see what else is out there for this character. So next up, I'd like to recommend Fake Dates and Mooncakes. This is a really fantastic YA kind of new adult-ish book, and it's set in New York, and it's like in the transition period between summer and fall, and it is following Dylan, who works at his aunt's takeout shop in Brooklyn, and it also follows Theo, who is a very well-off kind of rich New York kid. They have a not great meet cute where there's something wrong with an order or something, and so Dylan wants to enter a mid-autumn festival, and Theo says he'll help out if Dylan will be his fake boyfriend to a family wedding, and it's kind of a mess from there. It's really fun and sweet, though. It's filled with a lot of drama, and it's just such a good book, and it feels like the end of summer fading into fall, and it's perfect read for, you know, that kind of transition period. And then the last book I'm going to recommend today is going to be Cosmonauts. This is a really fun graphic novel set in space, following a ragtag group of women who are trying to liberate princesses from the patriarchal society and, you know, make sure they get to safe places. The color and the artwork in this is stunning, and just the fact that there's butch lesbian representation in this book is fantastic. And like for all your space gay needs, this is the graphic novel to go to. All right, so those are some of my recommendations to get you through the end of summer. What's a book that you guys would recommend? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget the like button. If you haven't already but would like to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.